Welcome back inside the D-Bark Arena. We have the second game of a doubleheader between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the U of TM Mississauga Eagles. And partner, we saw in the last game, the Lady Mountaineers come out and respond after a big loss on Saturday. Will Brian Jonker and his squad do the same in the men's game?
Well, you know what? I hope he took some tippers from Duffy. They are going to have to come out strong on defense. They are going to have to box out just like the ladies team and keep the tempo really fast.
Now the Eagles coming into this game with a 4-13 record off 17 games played this year. They have lost their last 2 games. The Mountaineers, a 5-10 record, lost their last 4 games, but they have 2 games in hand in the standings over the Eagles. Calling this game tonight will be Tony Turnbull, Tony Ellington, and Greg Spagnoli with the call on the floor. Starters for the Mountaineers, well, it's the usual suspects. Milos Mlachon in the forward position, Emmanuel Otong. Kudjul Masuko returns to the lineup, Matt Foster, as well as Aaron Case. And then on the other side, it's John Philibert, as well as Zaman Khan for the Eagles. Siding him is Kyle Christ, as well as Nicholas Quanti, and rounding out the starting 5 is Gregory Roberts, the 6'1" guard out of Toronto, Ontario, who had 39 points in their last game. We'll see. Brian Jonker said he had to watch out and stop the point guard scoring. We'll see what we get here over the next 40 here at the D-Bar. Right away, we got a high 3-2 zone going on by the Eagles, and a turnover right off the bat by the Mountaineers. Eagles, other way, right wing 3. And that's in and out of the toilet ball, flushed around, secured by the Eagles in Christ. Bounce pass inside, Otong up in the air, a foul on the follow through, and Philibert will head to the line for the first time tonight.
It was a good call, but it was really late.
Now John Philibert has started only in 8 of the 15 games he's played this year, averaging 5 points per game. Too strong on the first, shoots 60% from the line. Also grabs 3.3 boards a game as well. And Roberts, who we mentioned at the top, well, he's averaging a ridiculous nearly 28 points per game. So it's not out of the question he could go off for 40 tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Slip underneath, Foster off the glass, and good penetration by the Mountaineers. Their turn for the full court press. Eagles break it. Pocket right corner, in and out again. Back-to-back threes missed, this time by Quanti. Kudjoe, too strong for Otong. Going the other way, coast to coast. Roberts blocked! Otong! Get that garbage out of here!
Oh my God.
But never mind, shut me right away up. Quanti with the left wing 3 to 6'2" guard out of Milton. And look at the pace we got here early on. Case.
Now this is the ball game everybody wants to see right here.
Otong, Kudjoe fake the pass, left wing 3, fade away, too strong, rebound. Eagles, 4 on 2. Dump pass inside, off glass, shot missed. Ball fumbled around, Masuka's got it. Finally, we got a stoppage there. They're gonna call a foul. So it'd be like they called a slap to the face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So something you don't see rarely on a rebounding foul on the follow through there. So the Eagles, well, they're out and running. Only a 4-2 game, but I feel like we've already seen at least 30 shot attempts, partner, at this point.
That's what it feels like, and I think everybody loves this up-tempo basketball game. It's going to be eventful for the rest of the night, folks.
Suka, high points to rebound. Case, backdoor, Otong. Oh my goodness, and he finishes. Right over the defender, Zaman Khan on the play.
And that was a little bit high. If that was a little bit lower, that would have been a crazy dunk.
Shot missed on the right side. Case bounce pass. Milos between the legs. Ooh, shifty by the forward. Otong, so long, he says, and the Mountaineers out to their biggest lead of this game, 7-4 they lead.
And that's definitely what they want to do on offense. Penetrate, look out on the outside because the defense is going to collapse. You just got to look for the open teammate on the outside.
Nkosi Adams and Brian Jogger both asking for their teams to push the pace, courtesy of a block there on the play by Kyle Chris. Milos, get that out of here, he says. And a stare down at the end for Gregory Roberts.
And this is quite the defensive battle early on. 3 very nice blocks.
I'm going to lose my voice.
Oh, yeah. I am trying to contain myself from yelling into this mic.
Let me finish first, and then you can fill in. We got 4 players, 4 key plays already we've seen in this game. Roberts with the miss. Case. Use that right hand. Again, tonight stripped. Roberts, coast to coast. Otong sizing him up. Otong's going to lose that battle. Inside position on the play by Gregory Roberts. He heads to the line.
Yes, he does. And you know what? Otong got a very nice block 2 possessions ago. Tried to go for that block on that play, but you know what? The Eagles player used his body to get in front of Otong to get that foul.
Gregory Roberts averaging 27.7 points per game to be exact as he makes the first there. Shoots 71% from the field, 45%, 71 from the line, 45% from the field, almost 7 rebounds a game and 4 assists as well, and almost 2.5 steals. So a little bit of everything this product can do out of Toronto, Ontario. By the way, he's only in his first year, folks. He's got a couple of years left. Otong dump onto Milos. Wasn't expecting it. Roberts skips it across the pond. Foster, green contact. Roberts gets Case moving into the lane off the right hand, too strong. Otong comes up with it. Emmanuel Otong behind the back. He's going to go off his foot. Too fancy, they're going to call it off an Eagle last, much to the dismay of the entire Eagles bench.
Yes, and the entire Eagles bench was up on their feet trying to argue with the referee about the call. They felt like it should have been Eagles basketball.
And you see that right at the end there. Does it go off Otong last? They might have a case based on that replay, but Tony Turnbull's going to hand it off to Kojo Masuka, and we're going to get back underway. Lajon with the seal, but they missed shot. Khan the other way, bodies Foster. Roberts right wing 3. Oh, way back in the 6th.
And he holds that form up. He knew that one was good.
Roberts here, already a problem for the Mountaineers, and a turnover. 2-point lead here early on. 3:45 gone in the first quarter. 16 points already on the board between the two sides. The crowd filling up nicely after the ladies' game, in which the ladies Mountaineers walked away with a 20-point victory. The male Mountaineers do the same. We still have a lot of time. 36 minutes to be exact to find the answer to that one. Lane slip and a pick and roll, and a beautiful finish by Philibert on that one.
What a feed. That was a beautiful pass. Made it look like he was about to take a layup on that, and just last second dish off for the easy layup.
Case gets it in the backcourt. Masuka. Crossover with the right, trying to get fancy into the hands of Roberts. 2-on-1 the other way. Roberts against Case, creates contact, too strong. Tippin! Can you do it? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. Very nice follow-up. Yeah, sometimes you have to act and just act like it's going to be a miss so that you can go up and get that rebound.
Otong fade away. Ooh, pretty shot, Emmanuel Otong. Like a game of 2K with that jumper along the baseline there.
And the way Otong has been playing so far this game, he's been going up-tempo. I think he's going to be a key to this ballgame.
Chris, the 6'5" guard out of Waterdown, Ontario, left wide open, makes no mistake, the lead, the largest of the game, 7. And then again, another turnover by Brian Chonker in the squad, and hence the timeout being called to the scorers table. We have a break here early on. 5 minutes exactly gone in the first quarter here at the D-Bark. It's the Eagles up by 7. We talked about before this game, just moments before tip-off, partner, that just like the ladies game where they had to have a flip to the script, well, we saw flashes of that early on, but right now the turnovers are killing Brian Jonker and his team.
And that's what I was about to say. It seems like they're playing all right, but a couple early turnovers in this first quarter, and the Eagles are capitalizing on that. They are scoring.
And a big reason why for that, well, Gregory Roberts, the 6'1" guard out of Toronto, Ontario, first year of eligibility. We've already seen him hit from the land beyond, create contact in the lane and finish. He's been a handful, to say the least, for Brian Jonker and his squad. And in the standings, well, the Eagles, they're trying to improve to 5-13 with a win, and the Mountaineers come into this contest having lost their last 4, sitting at 5-10 on the year, 2-7 in their last 9 games. Ricky Morrison's in for the first time, as is John Dolmage, Jordan Martin in as well. So a couple lineup changes by Brian Jonker out of the timeout. The Eagles, sponsored by Under Armour, moving left to right. Tong got in front, and he wins that. So they're actually going to call the illegal screen on John Philibert. Is it just an extension of the elbow on that one?
You know what? I think I did a little bit. I think it was the right call by the referee on that play.
So the right elbow extended on the play by Philibert, and the Mountaineers have possession. 4 high they go with this offensive set. Bounce pass to Otong. Ball bounced around. Roberts. Bounce pass underneath. Finishing off glass and high, pointing that shot, Christ. Nine-point lead. Doubling up the Mountaineers right now are the Eagles. Bounce pass inside Otong. Thought about the dunk, did the smart thing, just spurted off glass.
And make it easy on yourself. It would have been crazy, but you know what? Take the easy 2 points.
Roberts gets a screen. To the lane floater, he's on fire. He checked for this guy. We're going to see his stats at the end of the first. He's looking to get near double figures early on, as he has 7 already to this point. Tong finds Dolmage streaking underneath. Great cut, John Dolmage.
What a backdoor cut. Just loses his man on that one. And that's another thing you have to do, is pay attention to the guy guarding you. Because if he doesn't have his eye on you and is looking at the basketball, perfect opportunity to make a backdoor cut.
Ricky Morrison, head and shoulders athlete, out on the court right now. Whoa! There's the double figures. Another 3 from Toronto, basically, for Gregory Roberts. Scoring the red Nikes. He's got a heat check going on him right now. Jordan Martin into the lane, adjusts, and he is too strong. Kahn gets Foster, Euro step, right handed in. Woo! Zaman Khan. My goodness, 12-point lead for the visitors, and the noise deafening, not from the home crowd, partner, but the visiting bench. Dolmage passed out the wide open layup. Foster, too strong. He's going to be kicking himself after giving up that layup. Stretch outlet the other way. Foster with the rebound. Martin looking for a streaking Otong into the lane. Sidesteps 2-man. Can't happen. We're going to get out of breath here, folks. Kahn, dump pass underneath. Reverse layup, shot miss. Morrison, rebound. And they're not stopping here.
No, they're not. Up tempo here.
And one, Ricky Morrison. To the dismay of Gregory Roberts, but Ricky Morrison will head to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. The 6'2" guard out of Salfley takes the smart take there with Roberts out of position.
And you know what happened there? Roberts was in position. If he stayed still, he would have got the call. But at the very last second, he decided to shuffle his feet a little bit, which now the Mountaineers are up for 2 free throws.
Ricky Morrison, 13 appearances this year, averaging 4.1 points per game, shoots 50% from the line. Trying to cut back into the lead. 10-point lead to be exact right now for the visitors.
makes that free throw, 9-point lead.
Ryan Jogger and his squad content to drop into that 2-3 zone we're accustomed to seeing from this Mountaineers squad. It's spliced and diced. Will they finish? Roberts, no foul on the floor. Nicosia Adams screaming for a foul. Otong 3-on-1 the other way. Otong to pass Morrison. Nice reverse layup, Ricky. Wasn't the prettiest to finish
yeah,
it, but
to me it looked like he was about to pass it out to the corner, but you know what? He faked me out, he faked the defender out. Good play.
High 2-3 zone right now. Morrison giving up a lot of position inside. Roberts, adjustment. Dolmich altered that one. He's going to draw a foul too. Little momentum for the Mountaineers. Team foul situation. That'll be the 4th right now. As Foster's going to check out of the game. So it's actually 3 per side. I was corrected by the scores table. That is on top of things here in this game. 7-point lead for the visitors. Gregory Roberts, big reason why here right now. He's got 10 already in the first quarter. Martin with the travel, tried to go baseline on that one. They're trying to get a little too cute, partner.
A little bit too much, just a little bit.
Roberts is going to bring it up on the left wing. Borman is in the game. Kahn can't do that one. He's going to go the other way. We're not used to seeing a number 0 on the court. I didn't know Gilbert Arenas still playing.
And you know what? The Mountaineers are doing an excellent job of trapping in the middle of the key. Once the Eagles get the ball to the elbow or even closer to the net, the Mountaineers are doing an excellent job of trapping down low on the block.
Nicholas Quanti called for the foul. This 6'2" Milton product in his second year, bumping Otong. Otong right by our scores table here. Guarding him is Manjang. Cudjoe across the pond. Martin tries to get inside step on Roberts. Trying to find Dolmich underneath. Turnover. Manjang. Borman. Misses everything. You didn't hear that? Nicosia Adams said, "What are you doing there on that transition?" Wasn't a pretty possession to say the least. Martin is going to get bailed out by the hold as he was driving baseline. Was trying to find Ricky Morrison on the wing. So this time, the dribble penetration causing issues. The Mountaineers going to the line, something we saw a lot in the first game. Jordan Martin will head to the line. Played 6 games so far this year, averaging 10 points, shooting 65% from the charity stripe, 44% from the field. The Mountaineers down by as much as 10, trying to chip back into the Eagles' lead here in the late stages of the first. Substitution coming. Nicosia Adams and his squad. Philibert is back in. Checking out is Jankovic, the 6'9" forward out of Toronto. Double coming on Roberts. Can he escape? Finds a man. Kahn. Borman. Kahn is going to get fouled hard by Ricky Morrison, favoring that left quad.
Looks like he got a pretty nice Charlie horse on that last play there. Comes up limping a little bit, but you know what? I think he might be okay.
Just a little TLC on the court there.
Yeah.
He's going to walk it off. Still favoring it, though. It's just once he gets moving, I think the adrenaline's going to kick.
Once he gets his thigh warmed
in.
up again, he'll be good to go.
He's had a solid first quarter as well. It's Gregory Roberts that leads the way in scoring with 10 so far for the visitors. Find Borman, ball swung around. Penetration to the lane. Roberts ends up with it, right wing, and he gets it to go the long 2. Beautiful ball movement by the Eagles. Mountaineers, last possession. Lashon partially blocked by Kahn. Do they have another shot? One on the shot clock, thrown up. And that's too strong at the end of the first quarter by Manjang, the Banjul Gambia product. And after the end of 10, well, it's the visitors out big. 8-point lead, 27-19 they lead. And what we've seen early on here, outside of a couple nice plays by the Mountaineers, is that they had that turbo boost go at the beginning of the first quarter. And then as the waning stages came in later on, it seems like they started to slow down. I'm not sure if they came too hot out of the gun to start this game.
Yeah. And you know what? There was a couple turnovers there at their end of the court that probably shouldn't have happened. Just be a little bit more patient on offense. But you know what? They're doing an excellent job on defense, being able to trap down low. And that is going to lead to them making this comeback right now in the second quarter.
The Eagles, 17 games played this year, sporting a 4-13 record, having lost their last 2. The Mountaineers, a 5-10 record, having lost their last 4. But for Nkosi Adams in his second year at the helm for the Eagles, well, they're getting it done on the road here so far. And he said offensively the keys to this game were making the easy baskets. I think they've done a pretty good job of that at this point. And defensively stop penetration. We've seen that in the late stages in the first quarter with a number of contested shots.
Yeah, right. And you know what? The Mountaineers have had a bunch of good shots, and this game could be a little bit closer, but a couple of the layups that they should have made just trickled out, didn't quite go in. And you know what the main thing is? The Mountaineers cannot stop Gregory Roberts right now. He is absolutely on fire, carrying the team on his back.
For the 14th year coach for the Mountaineers, Brian Jonker said before the game, first and foremost, stop their point guard. And that's Gregory Roberts, who we've mentioned a number of times, shot 40% from the field in the first quarter. 12 points, including a pair of bombs from Toronto, basically, at this point. He leads the way in scoring. The next closest guy is Kyle Christ, who has 5 points. And then on the other side, well, it's actually surprisingly Emmanuel Tong, no surprise there, 4 from the field for 9 points. Ricky Morrison has 5 points, so he's having a good first quarter. And normally, if you shoot 57% from the field, if you're the home side, you're winning this game, right?
You should be.
Wrong. The visitors are shooting 35%, and yet they still lead by 8 points, courtesy of those turnovers. 9 turnovers by the Mountaineers in that first quarter, compared to just 2 for the visitors. There's one right away by Kahn. And then right back the other way. So Brian Jonker talked about turning defense into offense. Not the way you do it there, partner.
No, it was up until that pass. Just getting a little bit too antsy, a little bit too excited on that.
Second quarter action, OCAA men's basketball action here on MLink Sports and Entertainment on your Tuesday evening. Steve Baxter alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through the action here at the D-Mart. Mahjong didn't know where he's stepping on that play. It was Ray in the pocket corner. He's going to adjust the shoelace. The words to the sidelines, getting a little bit of harassment from some of his buddies watching in the crowd there. He's got guard Aaron Case here. Tong, pull-up jumper, too strong. Kahn, rebound.
Oh, Tong trying to get the offensive call there. Ref just kind of looks him off.
Borman, no look into the corner, shot too strong that way. Case, whoa, hard call, and Borman, right place, right time, right call.
Yeah, I mean, he should have been more patient there. You can't just be taking the ball and trying to drive into 3 players, because even if the call is wrong, you just got to be a little bit smarter about that.
The Eagles 11 points off 9 turnovers for the Mountaineers. Also had 4 3-pointers in that first quarter as well.
As Milos comes up with a nice block there.
Foster. Lajlan. Case. Suka. Across the pond. Foster gets tripped hard. Roberts wants to travel. He's not going to get it. So Roberts is going to get called for the foul. There's 12 points, 2 fouls to this point. Saw in the women's game one of the star players for the Lady Eagles. Well, she had to sit out a huge portion of the game. And Viado, because of having 4 fouls in the late stages of the first half, we'll see whether it's the same here for the male Eagles. Otong, pull-up jumper too strong. Borman the rebound. Kahn. Whoa, in between the legs. Shot missed though on the play by Roberts. That would have been pretty.
And a rare miss by Roberts so far. Good look, just couldn't get it to go down.
Cudjoe, low crossover, AI style here at the D-bar. Case tries to find Cudjoe inside on the slip. He gets it to go. Good slip, Cudjoe Basuka. Full court press. Brian Jonker trying to call for the trap. Case saves it off the hands, unfortunately, of an Eagle. And Milos, get that out of here! Milos Majan with the hustle play.
What a block by Milos.
Case, Majan, a just shot miss. Kahn rebound. Mountaineers getting a little too jumpy in transition. Roberts, oh my goodness, Milos almost again. Tong stands his ground. Borman wide open. Misses that one. Suka's got it. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. A track meet at the D-bar. 48 points between the two sides. The Mountaineers trailed by 6. Borman, 3-on-1 the other way. Dump to Kahn, touch pass back to Borman, and he finds it.
And that is how you do a fast break, folks.
They call a delay a game on the floor against the Eagles. Jordan Martin's going to check back into the game, try and change the pace of this one. Ricky Morrison, 5 points in that first quarter, take it off Cudjoe Masuka. And Case off. Woo!
You're telling me, Greg, this is what we came out to see.
This
High
hasn't
tempo,
stopped.
good basketball.
We thought the women's game was fast-paced. Holy moly, were we in for a surprise. No way both games were going to be this quick-paced. Well, we were wrong.
We were totally wrong.
Turnover. Too strong from Roberts to Borman on that one. Trying to skip the rock. One bounce.
Right idea, just a little bit too far.
Substitution coming for Nkosi Adams. Nicholas Quanti checks back into the game. Borman's out. Got this 1-1-3 basically set up in this zone. Foster, pocket corner, got it!
Didn't even think about that one. He knew he was going to shoot that as soon as he got the ball. Nothing but net.
Do they respond the other way? Kahn sets the screen for Roberts. Defers back to Kahn. Bounce pass inside. Milos almost with the block again. Nice soft finish on the play by Philibert. Martin, Milos, Otong. Martin gets a man moving. Foster gets Kahn moving. Splits 2 men, no foul. 2 on the shot clock. Oh, they got a reset. My goodness, Foster makes it. Gets it in the left pocket corner, gets it in the right pocket corner after the shot clock doesn't reset.
And
so they get away with one there, and guess what? Matt Foster says, hey, I'm going to build a home here in the D-Bar. Back-to-back threes. Nkosi Adams has every single reason to be upset on that one.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mistake by the scorers table over here. The head coach very upset about that, and so we should be.
Maybe on the scores table, but it's also on Tony Turnbull, Tony Ellington, and Greg Spagnoli to get that one there. So Spagnoli whispering over to the scores table to make sure they're careful of the shot clock there. Pocket left corner, in and out. Trying to secure the rebound was Quanti, didn't happen. Foster the other way, off the glass on the reverse. Saw the man trailing, adjusted, and really secured that ball last second there.
And before you know it, it's only a 2-point ball game.
5 minutes basically to go in the first half. Brian Junker's squad came back. Oh, that is a deadly response. And one the other way.
Who else but Gregory Roberts?
Gregory Roberts, the game's leading scorer after one quarter with 12 points, now up to 14. Surprisingly, his first basket here in the second quarter. Foster leads the way for the Mountaineers right now with 10 points. Otong with 7. Gets a 3-point play to go. So quiets the crowd down just a little here at the D-Bar. The Eagles, 2 games in hand, trail by 1 game in the standings versus the Mountaineers. Morrison had 5 in the first quarter. Roberts with a pickoff. Roberts bodies Morrison, no foul. He's got to be careful. Kosi Adams and Roberts both screaming for the foul.
And
we've
now,
seen this a couple times
and
now.
he is getting a warning from the referee now. You cannot be yelling at the referee like that.
I predict a T coming very short.
You only get 1 warning. And there it is. Just like my man Greg said here, a technical foul.
So here's the issue. They're all surrounding him right now. This is where it gets bad. Gregory Roberts gets called for the charge, or for the foul. For the technical, my apologies.
And the head coach of the Eagles upset about this call. The referee saying that Roberts used his body to jump into the Mountaineer, which means he was the one that initiated the contact. That's why there was no call.
I'm not sure if you heard at the end there, Greg Spagnoli said, I'm good with that call all day long. He's very assertive. He's telling Kosi Adams exactly the reasoning why he saw the call the way he did. And that is one way where you can really assert yourself as an official in that situation and ensure that even if your call may be deemed wrong by Kosi Adams, well, he's going to be very careful about what he says because he doesn't want to get teed off. So Roberts back to back. So that is his 4th team foul. So he is going to have to sub out. Borman's going to come in. So shades of the women's game going out right now. Janelle Viado had 4 in the first half for the Lady Eagles. And she sat out, and that really altered the course of that game. And now it's the game's leading scorer and, frankly, the best player as Dolmage cleans up the garbage on that one. And we'll see whether that has an effect the rest of the way. 1 more and he's gone, folks. And we've got 24 minutes of basketball action still to go. Christ trying to call for a screen. He gets it. Find Borman, left corner. Pull-up jumper, right hand. Too strong. Rebound Foster. Morrison. Martin. Foster gets it moving. Shake, bake. Otong rebound. Off glass and in. And we are back down to a 1-point lead.
That is how you run an offense. Amazing ball move. The ball touched every single player on the Mountaineers that possession.
Honestly, beside me, I'm pretty sure Kosi Adams at one point is going to get a technical because he has not stopped talking after every possession. Possession, mind you. Quanti with the left corner 3. Back up to 4. Tong bottled up. Martin behind the back between the legs. Otong's got it. Man, Otong slips inside. Too strong with the right hand.
And he's upset with himself on that. He knows he should have made that one.
They call a block on Ricky Morrison. Jordan Martin's got to be careful too. So they're actually calling on Jordan Martin. Timeout on the floor. Case is in. Masuka's in. Timeout. Kosi Adams. 4-point lead for the Eagles, and boy, partner, has this game been a breakneck pace. 70 points between the two sides. Neither team laying their foot off the pedal, but as I just said seconds ago, I think the biggest story at this point is that Gregory Roberts, who leads the game in scoring with 15 points at this point, is now being forced to sit out with 4 fouls to his name already.
And we see the immediate effect as soon as he came out of the game. The Eagles were up by 8. He sits down, and now it's a 4-point game. They only gained 4 points, but you can see, and the tempo, the defense, everything that the Eagles have done, you can see what happens when Gregory is off the court.
For the Eagles, they currently come into this game trailing the Mountaineers by 1, despite having 2 games up in the standings in their favor. They sit 4-13. The Mountaineers 5-10. And well, who's going to pick up the scoring with Gregory Roberts out, who averages nearly 28 points per game? Well, it's Zaman Khan, who has 18 points per game. Quanti averages 9 a game. And Kyle Christ averages nearly 7 points a game. And Borman nearly 6.5. So they're going to have to pick it up. Their star player out of the lineup here in the late stages of the first half. We'll see what Nkosi Adams is drawing up out of the timeout here. Creating the contact, finishing on that one once again is Quanti. Case, Suka, Otong, fadeaway over Quanti, too strong. Borman back to Otong, tried to throw it off of Emmanuel Otong, active hands. Here comes the full court press. Looking for that trap double. Beautifully broken. Borman bounce pass inside. A nice little fall through Philibert. Again, you're seeing them break that press every time.
Yeah.
Martin. There we go. There's a travel. You knew that one was coming. Jordan Martin with the NBA 3-step there. Not going to slide.
Nope, his name is not James Harden. That is not going to fly.
I want to give you a little story about officiating after when we get the next chance, in particular with that 3-step rule. Borman high points his second chance opportunity. Masuka and Otong get moving. Quanti defers to the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Otong with the strip. Manny Otong. Case. Otong. Ooh, yeah. I don't know about that one.
No, I
don't know.
He just a little tap.
No, I mean Valentine's Day is coming up, Steve Baxter. No friendly pap.
Well, you know what? There has been a lot more contact on certain plays that haven't been called. So I am surprised that they did call that one.
Nonetheless, Emmanuel Otong heads to the line for 2. Team's leading scorer coming into today's contest, averaging nearly 25 points per game, shoots 43% from the field, 66% from the charity stripe, almost averages a double-double with 9.2 boards a game as well, and nearly 2 steals. It's Otong, and it's Roberts who are the star matchup in this one. One is sitting on the bench right now with his team clinging to a 4-point lead. Khan. Across the pond. Quanti is going to get fouled from behind from Masuka and Case, and Quanti getting into it. Woo.
And
got a bit of a head case.
This is the intensity that we want to see. I have a feeling near the end of this game, it's probably going to get a little bit scrappy.
Khan. Look, you can throw this off Case's back right now. I'm not sure why he did it. We're going to look for that trap in the corner. Borman. Quanti's wide open in the pocket left side. They travel. And a couple looks on that. Quanti wide open in the corner. And quite frankly, if I'm the inbounder on that, I'm throwing it off Eric Case's back in that situation. You see it all the time. Guy's not turned around. He throws that off him just slightly, just a little tap, like on that foul. I think that's a clean possession. 1:20 left here in the first half. The D-Bark entertaining affair. That shot was slightly altered by Quanti on the follow-through by Otong. Running the 50-meter dash is Christ on that one. Quanti. Khan matched up with Foster. Big screen. Khan. Too strong. Otong. Foster. Across the pond. Cudjoe. Masuka. Right wing 3. In and out. Neither team willing to set up their offense. We got like a Houston Rockets 7-second thing going on between both sides right now. That one going off with 15 in the shot clock. Smart play. Otong got penetration. Finds Dolmage in the right pocket corner 3. That's what we like to see on Emmanuel Otong. Draws in double, triple defenders, finds the open man.
And I think the Eagles realize that. As soon as Otong gets the ball, they like to collapse on him, which makes other people on his team open. That's why Dolmage got the wide open three-point shot.
Chris, bounce pass to Kahn, slipping, and high off glass shot miss. Mountaineers last possession. Philibert with the miss on that one.
They can actually take the lead with this.
Brian Jonker, what do you got drawn up? Case. Pocket right corner, Cudjoe in and out. Foster trying to find it, and that is the end to one heck of a first half here at the D-Bark. U of TM, the Eagles, well, they lead by one over your Mohawk Mountaineers. And I mean, back and forth we've gone in partner. I mean, this thing has not stopped. These guys must be extremely well conditioned in the offseason with the pace they're running today.
Yes, they are. And you know what? As you can see in the replay, the transition offense by both teams, very good. And the defense is very good as well. You've seen a few blocks go on both ways, and it's a one-point game now. It seems like on both teams things are working out.
Well, the Stars have come out here to play on Emling Sports and Entertainment. The big story heading into the second half, how long will Gregory Roberts sit on the bench for the Eagles? We're about to find out. They sport a 1-point lead, 41-40. They lead here on your Tuesday evening. For Steve Baxter, myself, Greg Campbell. Second half action coming up at the D-Bark shortly. Welcome back inside the friendly confines of the D-Bark on your Tuesday evening. Emling Sports and Entertainment being brought to you into the OCA men's basketball action. Steve Baxter alongside Greg Campbell. And well, we have a second half for you folks. A 1-point affair leading right now are the Eagles over the Mountaineers. Cudjoe right out of the break, shot missed, rebound, and a foul by Milos Mlađan. So inside positioning right away received by John Philibert, and they get the call.
Yes, they do.
So key scores, key storyline, Gregory Roberts sitting with 15 points. Well, that's because he has 4 fouls at this point, 5 of 16 from the field, including 2 shots from basically Toronto there in the first quarter. And then also John Philibert has 7 points. And Nicholas Quanti has 8 as they get the first basket here in the third. On the other side, 2 Mountaineers in double figures. Emmanuel Otong 6 of 11 in the first half for 15 points. And joining him in the double figure category, Matt Foster, 4 of 7, including a pair of bombs on his end and 4 rebounds. And 1, Emmanuel Otong says. So right away, they have a response for the Eagles' opening basket. That's just his core being a baller on the court.
Oh, and not only was that a good look, that was nice patience by Otong, using the pump fake to get the defender to jump, go up, and then get the and one.
Emmanuel Otong, the team's leading scorer, averaging nearly 25 points per game, makes that good to go. So early stages here in the third. Brian Jonker told me at the half, they want pressure and pressure some more, and pressure they do. They almost come up with it. Borman's got it. Slipping Kahn, touch pass inside. Milos alters that one. Mlađan gets a hand. Foster. Cudjoe. Case calling for it. Nice skip pass across the pond. Aaron Case. Too strong on that. Rebounding foul once again by the Mountaineers. So a minute 18 in, we already have 3 fouls between the two sides, partner.
And that is not what you want. The last thing you want is to be the other team to be in bonus with 7 minutes left in the quarter. That is definitely not something you want.
So Nicosia Adams calling for 4 across in their set right now. You can see Milos sitting in the backcourt right by the half line, making sure there's no home run ball. Get tipped around, and it's going to be Mountaineers.
And that is how you execute a full court press.
Use the sideline to perfection on that one. Eagles had nowhere to go. Tom's got it. They're trying to take the lead here in the third. Mountaineers trailed by 1 coming into the third quarter. After the first quarter, they trailed by 8, and there's the lead change.
Otong with the nice putback.
Borman creates contact against Milos. He's going to draw the foul. He'll head to the line. That's what you got to do against a big body like Milos Mlađan, is force the foul situation body into him.
Oh, yeah. You got to be aggressive. Can't be scared about getting blocked. You just got to go up strong.
Here's the other thing that happens when you create that contact deep in the paint as the Georgetown, Ontario native heads to the line for 2, is that, well, maybe the ball don't lie on that one, but besides that, is that if you bring that taller defender and create that contact, that drives them under the net. So if there is a second chance opportunity, well, you've already eliminated the biggest guy on the court at that point.
Right.
So 1 point lead for the Mountaineers. Ryan Jonker and his squad trying to continue to improve their home record here at the D-Bog. Otong backdoor!
Otong with the massive dunk, and that got the crowd going.
Quanti is going to get called. So he looks like he's sliding on that. Emmanuel Otong baseline cut, and Emmanuel Otong says, so long to the Eagles defense. Well, we've seen our fair share of highlights, partner.
Yes,
we saw a couple in the first quarter. The last game here on Saturday night, even though the Mountaineers got completely blown out of the water, the highlights unreal from this team. We're going to get Case on the over and back on that one. Kahn was making sure Tony Turnbull wasn't going to call him for a little love tap on that one.
Yeah.
So the officials taking you through: Tony Turnbull, Tony Ellington, and Greg Spagnoli with the call. Steve Baxter, myself, Greg Campbell bringing through the action on the mics here. As Borman hits the pocket left corner 3. They say that's the easiest shot to make in basketball, and you can see why by the high percentage there.
Well, you know what? It is the closest three-point shot, foot-wise. I don't know about these guys, but I have trouble shooting the corner 3.
Case gets Borman moving. Christ, Foster over him, in and out. Case rebound. Foster got him moving. Otong, left corner. Strong, Milos with the tip. Again, Otong almost cleaned up the garbage, and Case almost in there as well. So good offensive rebounding opportunities for the Mountaineers. Come up short, but they're high flying here and crashing the boards.
Yes, they are. A couple possessions, having trouble boxing out, and just too many fouls on the other end. It's not the way that they wanted to start off the second half.
Chris, Kahn tries to get inside Otong, and he gets it to go. He's the one guy I think they're going to have to look to get the primary scoring out of with Gregory Roberts on the bench.
If Roberts is out, yes.
Kahn with the pressure right now. Foster wide open, pocket right corner, had Kahn moving. Ball swung around the world. Joe Dunston inside of Milos. Goes for the reverse saw. Otong finds Foster instead! Matt Foster continues to build his home here in the D-Mark. Another deep 3 in the pocket corner. Here comes the double. Split beautifully off the pass by Kahn. Kirst finds Quanti, finds Kahn, long range 3, too strong. Here comes the pace. And they win the race! Emmanuel Otong! Alley-oop!
What a dunk by Otong!
And people are out on their feet here at the D-Mark. Oh my goodness! He scaled the heavens and he saw the skies open. Emmanuel Otong.
Oh man, that got me out of my seat. My headset almost flew off my head. And you know what? That was a massive dunk. We had the exact same thing in the last Mohawk game where we saw 2 massive dunks by Otong and then by Milos right after. So they are continuing the dunking from the last game.
And you can see it in his eyes that every time suddenly Emmanuel Otong goes up the court on a fast break opportunity, his eyes are looking for that alley-oop every single time. He did some smart takes in the first quarter. He just went for a nice, easy shot. But he said, you know what, forget about it. Here's my opportunity in the third quarter. And while that cues a timeout on the floor, we see from the Kosi Adams, who's a little irate with his team right now as they let by 1 heading into the third, and now a 4-point swing with 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter. They have 2 games in hand on the Mountaineers in terms of games played, but the Mountaineers lead by 1 in the standings.
And you saw on that alley-oop, Otong's eyes opened wide before that pass was made. It's like he knew he was about to get alley-oop.
Kahn, Philibert, spins out a double. Pocket corner, Quanti. Kahn, bounce pass, try to find Borman off the foot of Case. Good job by Aaron Case preventing that little bounce pass in between him and Otong. Kahn is just a crafty, he is very knowledgeable as a basketball player right now. I mean, he's not filling up the stat sheet in terms of scoring as a prolific scorer by Roberts, but you see there's this eerie calmness to him every time he touches the ball, and it's like the game's in slow motion when he has the ball.
Yeah, you can just tell every time he has the basketball, he's thinking about the right play. He knows what to do with the basketball.
Quanti, too strong, Otong finds that. Here comes Otong again. He's got that tongue out like Jordan right now. Wide open. Case is going to get bumped on the play. The interesting thing right now for the Mountaineers, they've got Jordan Martin and Aaron Case out on the floor. 2 smaller guards that can create a lot of dribble penetration, and are spread out on opposite sides of the floor. And you're seeing this Eagles defense moving all over the place. Kahn secures the rebound. Him and Philibert, 2 on 3 the other way. Otong, that is the right call on the back end.
Otong didn't think he got the foul, but
they call that a push, even though it's a reach. Good job by Kahn on that play, finding the right idea. Good awareness, checking behind him too in that situation. Borman, same spot as last time, same result. Dolmage almost gets stripped. And Kahn comes up with it. 4-on-1 the other way. Finds Grist. Grist is going to get doubled. He's going to slip it inside. Philibert off the glass, too strong for Dolmage. I think he's just got inside positioning on that one.
Yeah, and that was all Kahn on that play. One-man defense.
Martin, Otong gets Philibert moving. Adjusts off air. Too strong on that. Gets his own garbage and puts it back in. A little smack for Kahn at the end of that one. Mountaineers, 3-point lead. Trailed by 8 after 1, trailed by 1 at the half. They lead by 3 right now here in the third quarter. OCA men's basketball action here on Emling Sports and Entertainment. Steve Baxter alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through the second game of a doubleheader between U of T Mississauga Eagles and the Mohawk Mountaineers on your Tuesday evening. Mind you less. Martin, straight dead away. Shot missed, and it's going to be Masuka called on the push out on that one. Right call?
Yeah, you know what? It did look like he kind of went over his back to get that rebound. But you know what? It's just the aggressiveness. He just wants that rebound, trying to do the best for his team. Just unfortunately got a little bit too much on his back. Just trying to play piggyback.
Andreas Jankovic is going to check into the game. First year forward, 6'9", out Toronto, Ontario. Philibert checks out. Kahn. They're looking for that double. Nice reach around pass there to Quanti. Quanti side sets Dolmage and in. Nice finish with the right hand. Nicholas Quanti. Dolmage on the other end. Oh, Tom was thinking about coming in for a dunk there. Didn't get the ball though. Kahn. Ever so slowly moving up the course. Creates contact and moves it in. 4-point swing. U of T and back in the lead. Otong, Case, Martin gets Grist moving, kicks it back out. Otong, so long, deep 3, Emmanuel Otong.
And he gets that one to go. You saw the 2 3-point shots he took before that, he missed. And then he pump faked the next time he got the ball to take it into the lane. He ended up scoring on the layup. Got the ball out at the 3, and again, he feels comfortable taking that shot.
I think this is something now, as we have the bonus situation where it's ugly head in favor of the Eagles. And we saw this kind of in the first game for the Lady Mountaineers, how Kevin Duffy talked about defenses chasing versus rotating.
Right.
And we're seeing that Emmanuel Otong is, because he's making it on both ends, mind you, but also he's getting this defense thinking a lot about what he's going to end up doing with the ball. He's not being predictable, and they're chasing, and they chase the Mountaineers on the scoreboard right now, only trailing by 1. Otong, back-to-back threes!
Oh my goodness, Otong.
With the range on the left wing.
Didn't even think about it. Just shot it. You can tell he's in the rhythm now.
Hit that B button on the PlayStation or the Xbox. That circle button, whatever you want to call it. Borman the other side, too strong. Kahn, you can see with his hands up there, didn't like this shot selection of his teammate. Martin, Case, 3 in a row. Not today. Chikovic with the rebound. Brist, strong football pass to Quanti. Jankovic creates contact left, skyhook shot missed. Martin, no one around him. That's in and out of the toilet bowl off. Kahn last, a rare mistake we see out the veteran in Zaman Kahn, the second year out of Ottawa, Ontario. So track meet, 4-point lead, back and forth we go.
I don't even remember the last time we actually saw a play setup.
Well, there's one off the inbound there. Milos Mladen with the pretty finish. You stand corrected, partner. Borman, Milos altered that slightly. Christ with the follow-up. Good job crashing the board by the Eagles. Kosi Adams and his squad trying to find a W here on the road. Ricky Morrison had 5 points in that first quarter, finds Milos Mladen, dump to Foster. Matt Foster comes off the pick, catch, and shoot, and that's a sharpshooter if I've ever seen one.
This building is alive now. What a sequence of events and an offensive call on Kahn. What a defensive play by the Mountaineers.
Jordan Martin trying to get that ball away from Kahn there. Saying, hey, I want to keep going. I want this momentum to keep going. Kahn, the veteran, savvy move, kind of toys the ball around with the ball before giving it to Tony Turnbull. Actually, that's Tony Ellington, my apologies. Foster. He's got 19, Otong's got 27. Ricky tried to go strong off glass. Second chance, Foster! Shot missed, Kahn the other way. Nice little pass. Jankovic fumbled the ball off his foot. And you can see it in the expression right now of Kahn. You ever read that book, A Series of Unfortunate Events, growing up?
I haven't, but I've seen the movie.
Well, there's a sequence right there, partner.
Oh, he is just disappointed with himself. Walking back on defense with his hands on his head, and now he is getting subbed out.
Jankovic is out. Akeem Briscoe, the 6'4" guard out of Mississauga, Ontario, and he's in his first year of eligibility.
Foul being called on Kahn, trying to plead his case to the referee, saying that he is the one that got pushed.
So UTM trails by 7. Just over a minute left here, and the bonus for the Mountaineers as Matt Foster heads to the line in the late stages here in the third quarter, trying to crack the 20-point barrier. I think I jinxed that one. Him and Emmanuel Otong have combined right now for 46 of the 65 points for Brian Jonker's squad. Mohawk 5 and 10 looking to improve. It's 6 and 10. UTM looking to avoid dropping to 4 and 14 on the campaign. Briscoe with a wide open miss.
And those are the times where you have to go
Foster!
For the backboard.
Too strong. Sorry to cut you off there,
Yeah,
partner.
no, that's okay. That
Guy's
would have been for a
dynamite
good
when he
shot.
touches the ball normally. Martin, sidestep, fake it in! Jordan Martin getting the crowd on its feet. Borman 3-on-1 the other way. He finds Quanti. Get that out here. Milos Mladen again. Chance of Milos going on here in the D-bar. Morrison pocket left corner.
And that is just a little bit short.
That's a bit of a dud there. So last possession, though, because of that offensive rebound. Martin trying to play Borman on a string right now. Creates contact. Looks like a travel. Oh my goodness! I cannot believe what I just saw there. Jordan Martin with the Cirque du Soleil shot and the finish, and he heads to the line for one. He didn't even look at the basket. Look at this replay, partner. He didn't even look at the basket when he threw that one up.
What a shot.
Oh my goodness. Woo! What a third quarter
And
here
you
at
thought
the
that
D-Bar.
dunk by Otong was crazy. That shot was just insane.
We'll see what Khan does here. Does he get hoisted? He's not even going to bother. Interesting. You got to be careful right now. Nkosi Adams talking to Tony Turnbull on the sideline here. I want to see if he's going to get teed up at any point. You see these highlights here in the third quarter. And what a show we're getting from the Mountaineers. So Tong with the tip-in on that one. And again, it's just the boarding we saw in the first game also show up here in the second game. Otong with the high point dunk there, something he's been waiting for all night. Good, because of the dribble penetration of Jordan Martin on that one and Aaron Case. And then the other side, well, it's the Mountaineers that have just been going back and forth, and they have not taken their foot off the gas pedal either.
No. And if you're watching these replays, you can tell.
Yeah, he's in disbelief. You've seen this for the
Yeah.
first time. Jordan Martin didn't even look at the rim when he threw that ball up.
Oh, man. And if you were watching the replays, you can see that most of the Mountaineers' baskets have been inside the paint. They've been able to penetrate just like they want to. And you know what? The Eagles don't seem to have an answer for that.
Just like the Lady Eagles, the wings starting to become unclipped here for the visitors as they are trailing an 11-point deficit heading to the fourth quarter. Well, and I think I teased this at the halftime mark. Gregory Roberts has sat out the entire third quarter due to having 4 fouls. I expect him to start the fourth quarter here. Had 15 points at the half, and while he hasn't seen a minute of action since because of those 4 fouls, Nicholas Quanti, 4 of 11 from the field for 10 points. The old-fashioned double-double coming in here. Zaman Khan with 10 points and 10 boards. And then you look at John Philibert has 9 as well and 8 boards. On the other side, whoo, talk about a heat check. Emmanuel Otong, 32 points, 9 points, 3 assists, 3 of 6 from the land beyond, 13 of 23 from the field. Matt Foster not too shabby himself. 4 tray balls, 16 points, and 6 boards to his name. And then a quiet 7 from John Dolmage. The Mountaineers shooting nearly 48% through 3 quarters. The visitors 34%. Not really a lot of differences right now if we look across the scoreboard in terms of the stat sheet. One key thing though, the Mountaineers bench outscoring that of the Eagles bench 17-6. We get the fourth
the
quarter
Eagles catch
started.
the Mountaineers off guard.
Briscoe starts things off here in the fourth quarter. Here's Roberts, he's out. He's got to be careful, he's playing with house money, 4 fouls in the contest. Milos against 4 Eagles, and he soars. Milos Lajon says, well, bring as many guys as you want to the party. I'm still putting it in the bucket.
Yeah.
Christ, left wing 3, too strong. Suka. Case into the lane, finds Milos underneath. Up and in. Penetration by Case. Oh, Case is injured on the side right now. I don't know if he rolled an ankle or he twisted something.
And he looks to be in a lot of pain right now.
Case favoring that one ankle right now. You can see he has the left knee sleeve going on.
Seems to be in pain, but you know what? He's smiling at the same time going back to the bench. I think he'll be okay. He just needs a little rest.
Jordan Martin's going to check in. He's got 5 points to this point, 2 of 6 from the field, 6 assists as well. Talk about ball movement, partner. Well, the Mountaineers have 20 assists compared to just 12 for the visitors, and they've cleaned up the turnovers. They had 13 turnovers coming into the second half, just 2 in the third quarter, and hence an 11-point lead for Brian Jonker and his squad. Morrison drives baseline. Briscoe created contact, no foul. Roberts, he's going to create contact, testing the officials right away. He gets the strong take to go.
Taking just where he left off in that second quarter, gets his team started with 2 points.
Gets his presence known right away. Martin trying to be fancy with it. Maybe not against that man. Milos tried to get another basket. He's already got 4. Christ sidestep Morrison. Nice adjustment. Beautiful, beautiful take. Paints the picture and finishes it. Kyle Christ. Scoop adjustment back to that right hand. You can't draw that up any better. Cudjoe squares up Quanti in over him. Ooh, here we go. Here comes the words.
And people going into it, they have to be broken up.
So double technical, Quanti and Cudjoe Masuka. So Cudjoe Masuka hits the jumper, only had 2 points, 6 rebounds coming into the fourth. Hits that jumper over Quanti. Gives him a lip full. Quanti gets teed up in retaliation. And once again, it's Greg Spagnoli coming over to Nkosi Adams and explaining the situation. And quite frankly, cooler heads are going to have to prevail, especially if you're Quanti in this situation, as Nicholas Quanti and the squad can't afford anything else. They're only down by 9 with just under 8 to go. It's one of those simple ones where it's probably best off sometimes, partner, to let your game do the talking.
Yes.
And because he is standing his ground in that situation, I mean, the retaliator got caught, even though they did catch the offender right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean,
think about this. You get a technical called against Cudjoe Masuka there. You get the technical shot, and you get the ball back.
Right.
Instead, you nullify a potential easy point.
Yep.
And now you had to bring it up. You still have the ball, but there's a little 1 point swing there. We don't know how that's going to play out later on. Con picks up the dribble, finds Roberts, 2 on the shot clock, dumps it underneath. Quanti! Right down to the very last second. And a 7-point lead.
You see the tempo of this Eagles team change as soon as Roberts steps on the court. What a play by Roberts.
Morrison with a reverse layup. Ricky Morrison had 5 in the first quarter, gets a key basket here, much to the applause of the Mountaineer faithful. Quanti, Cudjoe, this is going to get interesting. Gets bodied. Quanti into the lane, he's going to get a foul. Again, ooh. So he just sidesteps him right at the end there. So Manuel Otong's going to get called for the foul. It's going to get interesting, partner. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be another tech coming at the wrong time for someone. There's too much testosterone on the court right now.
There's a lot going on right now.
Nicholas Quanti comes in shooting 80% from the charity stripe, averages 9 points a game, shoots 37% from the field, averages almost 3 rebounds a game. Only one close to a double on the year is Sanam Kwan, who has 9.9 boards and is the team's second leading scorer at 17.9 a game. 9-point lead, 3 minutes gone here in the third. You're watching OCA men's basketball action here on M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Steve Baxter alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through this high-scoring, highly entertaining affair here at the D-Bark on your Tuesday evening. Woo! Aaron Case finds Dolmage. Foster, nice little crossover there. Dolmage. Morrison trying to find the garbage, doesn't happen. Off the Mountaineers last.
And as much as you want that putback right away, I feel like maybe he should have been a bit more patient, brought the ball down, and then went up with it.
Took your time, assessed the situation, gather your feet. Tried to be acrobatic with that one, didn't work out. Christ gets Morrison moving, trying to find Kahn backdoor. Rain to the hands of Dolmage. Otong checks behind him, no one near him. Foster gets Christ moving, creates contact. Briscoe's gonna get called, and Matt Foster's gonna head to the line. Foster, 19 points. Emmanuel Otong, 27. Right now making up 46 of the Mountaineers' 77 points. And outside of that, we have 4 Eagles players on the court right now with double figures. Roberts leads the way with 19, Quanti with 13.
Eagles now. Roberts bring the ball up. Let's see what he can do with it.
Christ. Roberts over Foster, short. Morrison rebound. Otong. Ricky. That's Foster matched up with Kahn. Case behind the back pass. Matched up with Roberts. 8 on the shot clock. High screen coming from Dolmage. Morrison baseline. Ricky! Shifty little Ricky.
Nice and easy.
Mr. Head and Shoulders showing up here in the fourth quarter. And one the other way. Veteran move by Kahn.
Strong move by Kahn there. Way to use his body.
The Eagles' 2 leading scorers back out on the court for the first time together since the early stages of that second quarter. Gregory Roberts and Zaman Khan normally account for nearly 45 points per game for the visitors. Khan heads to the line, trying to cut back into that deficit. Double figure lead right now for the Mountaineers. So it'd be Mountaineers possession.
Can't get that free throw to go, so yes, it'll be Mountaineers basketball on their end of the court.
The only player coming into the fourth quarter with a double-double. 10 points, 10 boards. Case, Ricky, playing key minutes here in the fourth quarter. Otong over Quanti's too strong. Dump pass from Milos!
And another dug by Otong. He has made his presence known.
The highway cleared on that one. Roberts the other way, deadly.
And he answers back with a massive 3. They needed this one.
Colder than the weather outside. Gregory Roberts, cold-blooded 3. Stops the bleeding. Case splits 2 defenders in Philibor and Christ. And if you didn't see that on the sideline there, is that the officials simply just decided to ignore Nkosi Adams.
He's trying to ask what the call was. How did he foul him if his hands are up?
Tony Ellington just smiled and walked away from that confrontation. I think that's a good job by the officials too, just kind of letting Adams say what he needs to say while not affecting the outcome of this game by assessing the technical.
Right.
Because he is doing it in a polite manner. It's been repetitive, but at this point, it's not under their skin enough to this point.
Right.
11-point lead. Mountaineers. Can they finish the climb to the mountain and win this game? Off the foot of Otong again, trying to find the inside was Kahn. Roberts and Martin, a pair of 3s getting at it. Cudjoe with the strip on the inbound. Great play, Cudjoe Masuka. Martin bounce pass inside. Milos fade away off the right foot, too strong. Roberts got to push the pace. To the lane. Again, Emmanuel Otong, 4th foul.
And he knows.
Second one from behind as well.
And he knows he shouldn't have done that. He's got that look, and he knows he has his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be a little bit more careful going forward.
Mountaineers, 14 fouls as well. Ryan Junker calling them over for a quick break. Ricky Morrison's going to come back in. We haven't seen this a lot this year. Ricky Morrison playing key role minutes down the stretch of tight games.
Right, and you know what? That's good for him. That just means that he's starting to get the trust of his coaches to get put in key situations of ball games.
We're looking for that double against Roberts. Kahn trying to find Philibor underneath, still manages to find him. He's going to head to the line. Threw it up between 3 Mountaineers, somehow got the contact. That's going to be the aforementioned Ricky Morrison with the foul. So Philibor will head to the line for 2. Starting 8 of the 15 games he's played in this year. Shoots 60% from the charity stripe. Averages 5 points per game. 41% shooter from the field. Averages 3.3 boards a game as well. That's not going to help matters. Roberts still manages to find it. Kahn gets Case moving sideways. Roberts pocket right corner. Bring it back all the way to the 6, Gregory Roberts. Reiki out of bounds on the R side. You talk about momentum swings, folks. Gregory Roberts, when he steps on the court, is a sharpshooter machine.
And just like I said, as soon as Gregory starts getting in the zone, that is a huge game changer for not only the Eagles' offense, but their defense as well. And you can just see the frustration on the Mountaineers' face right now.
Counts for nearly 33% of the team's points in this game, 25 of the team's 77 to this point. And remember, folks, he sat out that entire third quarter due to foul trouble, and he had 15 in the first half. Well, he's already got 10 here in the fourth alone. You talk about playmakers and natural-born killers down the stretch. This guy came off the bench at the right time for the Kosi Adams in his squad. So we'll see if they have drawn up out of the timeout here. They can get a 6-point swing if they convert on a 3 on that turnover from Aaron Case to Ricky Morrison. Where else would you want to be on your Tuesday evening but here at the D-Bark? You're watching Emling Sports and Entertainment. We're bringing you through OCA men's basketball action here at the D-Bark. Steve Baxter alongside Greg Campbell. The Mountaineers trying to finish the climb here on your Tuesday evening. 5-10 on the season. Can they improve to 6-10? And UTM, well, they want to avoid dropping to 4-14. The Mountaineers came into this contest losers of their last 4. The Eagles losers of the last 2 games they've played in. Remember, the Lady Mountaineers with a 20-point victory in the opening contest this evening. Miscommunication on that one, a rare turnover from Mr. Roberts. So go back to the full court press they go. Checking back in for the first time in a long time, Hassan Manjan. Cudjoe thought about it. Sidestep Philibor. Thought about going around the pond. Morrison dumped into Milos off glass. Created the contact, adjusted. Beautiful finish by the big man.
Yeah, way to use that big body. Way to finish the basketball.
Roberts still sitting on 4 fouls. Just over 3 left here in the fourth. 10-point lead the Mountaineers cling to. Roberts, pocket right corner. Took the air right out on that shot. Unaccustomary shot from him. Can the Mountaineers put this game away? Kwanti Masuka, mismatch on the inside. This is where the chirping happened too. Martin trying to find him, drives baselines. Finds Ricky Morrison. He's lucky to get away with a travel on that one.
It did look like a travel on that play, but yes, he is going to get a foul call and go to the line.
You can see the frustration from the Eagles players on that one. Tong and Foster going to check back in. Case is out. Well, never mind. Otong might be coming in right after this. The 6'2" guard out of Hamilton, Ontario, playing key minutes down the stretch. Extends the lead to 11. So the run's got to happen now if you're Nkosi Adams. That didn't look good off the release. Khan, little yo-yo with the basketball right now. Hand off to Roberts. Roberts into lane. Scoop by just beautiful shot, Gregory Roberts.
Gregory Roberts.
A magician here in the D-Bark, even though his team trails by 9. Martin. Milos inside, paints the glass and paints a picture and maybe painting a win for the Mountaineers.
And you know what? That was perfect patience on the offense by the Mountaineers.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Pocket left corner, Quanti. Cudjoe rebound. I think this one, if they score here, partner, it may be over. Foster gets Philipore moving, pocket right corner. Back out to Cudjoe, right wing, 3!
And he
hits the nail in the coffin. Little swagger and step, a little verbal action to the Eagles bench as well. And one, not so fast, says Gregory Roberts.
What a finish by Roberts.
12-point lead. Gregory Roberts. 14 points in the fourth alone. Currently sits on 29 in this contest. The Mountaineers, it ain't over.
Nope. A minute and 40 seconds left. It's a 12-point game. And an offensive rebound.
Altered by Milos on that play, though. There's going to be a point where they're going to have to get the foul situation going. You hate it, but I think that's what they have at this point. They can run 1 or 2 more possessions off. Wow, key steal by Gregory Roberts. Roberts, coast to coast the other way. Sizes up, shot missed, Quanti the miss. Philipore blocked! Jordan Martin of all people with the block. Roberts, pocket left corner 3, too strong. Otong rebound. What a play, Jordan Martin. Smallest guy on the court by far, comes up with perhaps the biggest block in this game. Foster. Milos has it though.
Another offensive rebound. And you know what? It's a 12-point game with 50 seconds left, and it just seems like the Eagles are just deflated right now. They're just allowing offensive rebounds.
They're not even fouling. Otong, too strong. Roberts looking for Khan. Khan sized up with Milos. Get that out of here, he says. Milos Mlajan with the block. Cudjoe checks his feet. Too strong, Foster rebound. Otong, they're going to dribble this one out, folks. What a performance by the Mohawk Mountaineers. They're going to have to put up one more shot. Turnover. 3-on-1 the other way. Khan. Oh, Emmanuel Otong says so long. Almost got it again. And Foster is going to get the last inbound of this game. Milos Mlajan picks up the dribble. Jordan Martin's going to get across half. Playing around right now with the Eagles. And that is the end here at the D-Bark. Worst exchange right till the very end, partner. But the Mountaineers, oh, wait. We got a case going on right now. Aaron Case going at it verbally with Hassan Majang. Quanti's in on it. We got little words going on, and right now we've got Greg Spagnoli right in the middle of it.
And Majang is being held back by his teammates.
As is Quanti, who was teed up earlier in this contest, both of them.
And I don't know if it's a good idea for them to shake hands at the end of this game.
Well, Case is going to try and get it going. So it doesn't look like we got, oh my goodness, even Gregory Roberts is in on this one right now.
And you know what? I think it would be a good idea for them not to shake hands at the end of this game.
Well, we're going to see whether cooler heads prevail right now. So a little heated to say at the end of this one. Jordan Martin not even looking to shake the hands of 3/4 right now of the UTM players. He's going to get through that line. Wow, intensity from the start right to the finish, folks.
Intensity even after the game kept going.
Just a complete performance. We got highlights here at the D-Bark, and well, start to finish, it was the Mountaineers who trailed by 8 after the first quarter. They trailed by 1 heading into the second half. And while Emmanuel Otong, Matt Foster went off in this game as Otong finishes tied with Roberts atop with 29 points in the game, and Matt Foster goes off for 21 himself. Ricky Morrison with the basket there, playing key minutes down the stretch. And Otong says, so long and good night to the Eagles. Get back to Toronto, he says. And with the win, well, the Mountaineers now have an improved record of 6-10, and UTM, well, they drop to 4-14 with the loss. And partner, I mean, just the 2 games we saw this evening, complete incredible performances, both by Brian Jonker's squad and Kevin Duffy's squad. I mean, this is as good as a night as we've seen in Mohawk Mountaineers basketball this season.
Yes, and again, at the beginning of this game, Gregory Roberts was just going off, doing whatever he wanted and getting buckets. Obviously, the Mountaineers whole team started discussing that, and he got in foul trouble, but you know what, in the fourth quarter, he put up, 16 points by himself, but it just wasn't enough for them.
Well, the Mountaineers, they walk away with a 10-point victory here on your Tuesday evening. For Steve Baxter and myself, Greg Campbell, thank you for tuning in to MLink Sports and Entertainment. The Mountaineers get back in action for their 4th game over a 7-day stretch, right back here at the D-Bark on Friday evening. First game at 6 p.m., the second game at 8 p.m. You can catch it here on MLink Sports and Entertainment.